Detective Claire Donovan never forgot the rain-soaked night when the call came in. A body had been found near the Hudson River docks, face down in the mud, a silver locket clenched tightly in the victim's hand. The New York skyline shimmered, in the distance blurred by heavy mist, but Claire's focus was locked on the pale, lifeless figure before her. The victim, later identified as 30-year-old Jacob Harlow, a successful real estate developer, had been stabbed twice in the chest with surgical precision. The medical examiner whispered something that made Claire's stomach tighten. These wounds weren't sloppy. This was done by someone who knew exactly where to strike. It wasn't just murder, it was personal. The locket revealed a photograph of a woman, striking, with dark hair and piercing green eyes. The initials E.W. were etched delicately into the silver frame. Claire pocketed the evidence, already feeling the storm of secrets waiting to erupt. 2 days later, the investigation led Claire to the upscale neighborhood where Jacob lived. His penthouse apartment, cold and pristine, told the story of a man obsessed with control. The only anomaly was a shattered wine glass in the kitchen and a handwritten letter left on the dining table. The letter read, "You thought you could bury the past, but it always finds its way back. Some debts are paid in blood." Claire's pulse quickened. The handwriting matched the victim's ex-wife, Eleanor Whitmore, the woman from the locket. Eleanor, a former surgeon, had divorced Jacob 5 years earlier after a highly publicized scandal involving fraud and betrayal. But neighbors claimed she had been seen near the building just nights before his death. Claire arranged a meeting with Eleanor. When she entered the interrogation room, Eleanor appeared calm, almost too calm. Her emerald eyes locked with Claire's, and she smiled, faintly. "I didn't kill him," she said, "but maybe he finally got what he deserved." Despite Eleanor's denial, every thread in the case seemed to tie back to her. Surveillance footage showed her car parked 2 blocks from Jacob's apartment on the night of the murder. Her surgical background explained the precise stab wounds, and her cold composure made her the perfect suspect. But Claire wasn't satisfied with the easy answer. A deeper look into Jacob's financials revealed a hidden network of offshore accounts, bribery schemes, and secret meetings with high-ranking officials. Jacob had enemies far beyond his ex-wife. Among them was a powerful crime syndicate that operated in the shadows of the city, laundering money through construction contracts. One name stood out: Marcus Vance, a ruthless mobster with a reputation for eliminating problems swiftly and brutally. The night after uncovering this lead, Claire found her car's windshield smashed and a single bullet casing placed neatly on the driver's seat. A warning. The syndicate knew she was getting too close. Claire pressed forward, piecing together the timeline. Jacob had been working with the syndicate, but rumors suggested he had planned to betray them, turning over evidence in exchange for immunity. Eleanor may have been involved once, but Jacob's death had the fingerprints of organized crime written all over it. Still, the question remained: who delivered the killing blow? Late one evening, Claire returned to her apartment, only to find her door slightly ajar. Inside, sitting calmly in her living room chair, was Marcus Vance himself. His suit was impeccable, his expression smooth, but his eyes were pure steel. "You're digging in the wrong places, detective," he said softly. "Jacob was a traitor. He crossed the line, and lines are meant to be enforced. But you," he leaned forward, "you still have a chance to walk away." Claire's hand rested near her concealed weapon, but she didn't draw. Instead, she met his gaze, unwavering. "I don't walk away from the truth." The final breakthrough came when forensics confirmed something chilling. The fingerprints on the locket did not belong to Eleanor or Marcus. They belonged to Jacob's own business partner, Daniel Crane. Daniel had stood to gain millions from Jacob's death, inheriting full control of their empire. His betrayal was layered with greed, and his method, planting Eleanor's locket, was designed to frame her. Claire cornered Daniel in a luxury hotel suite, where he was preparing to flee the country. The confrontation was fierce. Daniel pulled a gun, his hand trembling, sweat pouring down his forehead. "He was going to destroy everything we built," Daniel shouted. "You don't understand. He left me no choice." Claire's voice cut through the chaos. "You had a choice. You chose blood." In one swift move, she disarmed him and snapped the cuffs around his wrists. Weeks later, Eleanor was cleared of all charges, though her life remained shadowed by Jacob's sins. Marcus Vance slipped back into the underworld, untouchable, for now, and Claire Donovan stood once more on the Hudson docks, staring into the mist, knowing that in her city, justice was never clean. It was always tangled in secrets, lies, and the price of survival.